Hello everybody, welcome back or welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you clicked on. Today we are talking about all the books I read in February and all the books I bought in February, and also the TBR that I had set for myself. I am going to go through the books that I didn't read off of that, which is majority of them. I read a lot of books off my physical TBR. Also, if I sound a little funny or look a little funny, my eye is messed up, don't really know what's wrong with it, and I'm sick. So that's really cool. And I'm also blind right now because if I wear my glasses, there's definitely going to be some glare from the windows. So I'm just not going to be able to see today. What we're going to start with first is the books that I bought this month. We are first going to go through the stack of books that I did in fact purchase this month. It's just going to have to go right on top of this. Hopefully that doesn't fall. Okay, so books that I bought this month. I own 2 copies of Into the Dark by Jesse Hastings. This is the final book in the Magnolia Parks universe, with Magnolia and BJ's point of view. So we still get Daisy Hates, but this is the final book in theirs, and I have started it. It's over 700 pages. So I bought the UK cover, and then I have the new cover of Into the Dark that Andrew got me. And then Target was doing a sale. It was a buy one get one 50% off books. I did in fact participate in that. I bought Butcher and Blackbird, which is on my March TBR, and then I also bought House of Ash and Shadow. And then another book that I bought is Juniper Hill by Daphne Perry. I actually already read this. I've read every book in this series, but I didn't own this one. But then the next thing I bought was To Have and to Heist. I just thought it sounded cute. While I was also at Barnes, I bought Two Wrongs Make a Right because I've heard great things about this book and I've been wanting to buy it and read it for a little bit, so I finally just pulled the trigger and got it. For Book of the Month, I have a subscription, so I got The Resort. And then another book that I bought from Barnes & Noble was All Roads Lead Here by Mariana Zapata. Anyways, those are the books that I bought in the month of February. I believe that's it. I hope that's it. But now we'll go ahead and jump into the books that were on my TBR for February that I didn't read. I had quite a few books on my TBR. Oh. Will you pass me Queen of Shadows? Totally forgot that was also. I literally. This is the stack of books that were on my February TBR that I did not read. So I did not read Queen of Shadows. I did not read This Spells Love. I was gonna buddy read this with my cousin, but neither of us ended up picking it up. And then I have The Dead Romantics, and I actually did start this book, Twice Shy by Sarah Vogel. I started it. I got like 39 pages in, and I just kind of stopped because I started reading Into the Dark. Unfortunate timing for this one, but I can see myself really enjoying this. It started off really cute. I liked the vibes. So hopefully I'll pick this back up relatively soon. Another book I didn't read was Kingdom of the Wicked. Another book that I didn't read, Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I want to read this so bad. I don't know why I keep putting it off. I would really enjoy reading this. And then another book that was on my TBR that I didn't read was Five Survive. I actually really wanted to pick this up. I just didn't have the time to pick it up. So, and now we'll go into the books that I did read. Okay, I did finish. Oh, hey babe. Will you give me Loathe to Love You by Allie Hazelwood? Thank you. Totally forgot I owned the physical copy of this. I read the final novella in this book, Below Zero, and I rated it, I think, a 2-star. It was like 100 something pages. It was fun until the very end. It was super questionable, that little ending section there. The spice got a little bit weird for me. But if we just ignore that, then it was a cute book. That's super cool. Okay, so it just cut off what I was saying, but this was a super fun book to read. I enjoyed it. Below Zero. 2-star read. Which is funny because 2 stars are normally bad, but the rating system is different for novellas. Okay. Now anyways, back to what I was saying before I was rudely cut off. I was talking about the second book that I read this month, Earth's End by Elise Kova. I rated it a 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. I'm having a great time with the series. It keeps getting better with each book. I listened to it on audio, and the audio is done really well. The pacing's great. It's very action-packed, high stakes. The romance is cute. The ending of Earth's End, I did not see coming. It kind of threw me off a little bit, but it makes sense for like the series to be continued, so I've read that. I read Daisy Darker by Alice Feeney. This has been on my TBR, I think, since last year. 2022. I loved the setting. I loved the plot twist was crazy in this. I did not see it coming, but it was super interesting. It kept me on my toes. I really enjoyed reading it, and it's a thriller, mystery. It follows a family, lots of family drama. It follows Daisy and her family, all of the family drama, the family secrets. There's murders, whodunit. It's really good. I love the way that it was done, and the ending was like perfectly tied together. So it just all wrapped up really well. So I think I gave this a 4 stars. Yes, a 4-star book for me. Under the Whispering Door by TJ Klune. I love this book. It was so well done and so beautiful and whimsical and magical and just like all of the best feelings possible. I actually listened to it on audio because I had listened to The House on the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune on audio, and I really loved the narrator for it, and it was the same narrator for this one as well. Oh my god, it's literally beautiful. Everything about this book was beautiful. I rated it 5 stars, obviously. It made me cry, it made me laugh. I literally cried on 4 separate occasions reading this book, so if that doesn't say something, I don't know what does. But anyways, this was beautiful. I picked it for my cousin's book club that we have going on, so all of them are reading it now, and it's so good. I'm so happy they're reading it. Hopefully they enjoy it. If they don't, I don't want to hear about it. So if you're watching this and you are my cousin and you don't enjoy Under the Whispering Door, don't tell me. You're gonna have to tell me, but like I loved that book. It's The House Across the Lake. And I thoroughly enjoyed this. I will say that the twist was a bit outlandish, I want to say. It just like didn't really make sense. I also didn't expect it because I didn't know that would like be in this. It's hard to say without spoiling it, so if you haven't read this yet, maybe skip like a couple seconds, or if you just don't care. I was kind of thrown off. There was like a paranormal twist in this that I just like wasn't expecting, and I was kind of let down by that just because like I thought it was going to be like a murder mystery of like an actual living human, but it was still good. Like it was still let down. I really liked Riley Sager's writing. This is my first Riley Sager book, and I'm definitely going to keep reading his books, but I think I gave this one a 3.5 rating. I enjoyed it. I had a good time. I was always wanting to pick it up, so I just like didn't really enjoy the twist. And the ending was, as I said, a bit outlandish. And this is where the thrillers keep coming. So I read What Lies in the Woods by Kate Alice Marshall. This was interesting. I listened to the audio of this in one day. It was super fast-paced and interesting and like kept me on my toes. But I will say it's like not super memorable. Like I don't really remember anything except for like one major twist, which was like what it was leading up to. I feel like it was a bit repetitive at points, but it's still like a shorter book. Yeah, it's like 300 pages. It was predictable a little bit in some aspects, but also there were some really good twists in this. I rated this at 3 stars. I enjoyed it. I had a good time. I just think it's not super memorable. I would recommend it though, because I enjoyed my time while reading it, and it was super fast-paced. The next book that I read was Bride by Allie Hazelwood. This was Andrew and I's book club pick for February, and I also rated this book a 4. I had so much fun with it. The only thing that was like weird to me was the spicy scenes. Like if you've read it, you know, but it's also like I haven't read a paranormal romance like this, like with the vampire and the werewolf, so it's like, what was I really expecting? But anyways, it was super fun. I had a great time reading it. It follows Misery and Low, Marriage of Convenience. Kind of a slow burn, honestly. The banter was fun. I loved the politics. Little mystery aspect going on. She was trying to find somebody, and it was just a really good time. I had a great time reading this. Then She Was Gone by Lisa Joel. We're not going to talk about this for too long. I listened to this on audio. I gave it a 2 stars. I did not enjoy it. I found it gross, made me and I just didn't like it. It was super predictable. I predicted literally everything that happened in this book. Like, literally everything. Not one thing surprised me, which I feel like is not the point of a thriller mystery book, so this just, like, wasn't for me. I can see why people like it so much, because I guess it is interesting. I did want to keep reading. So anyways, I don't recommend this book. I didn't love it. Gave it a 2 stars. Honestly, could go lower. And then the next book that I read was The Brothers Hawthorne, and I had so much fun with this. I read The Inheritance Games over the summer, I believe, and I really enjoyed it, so I was glad to see that she was doing a little spin-off with the brothers' point of views, so this was super fun. I'm really excited because there's another book coming out. It's 2 different stories, so we were following Grayson at one point and then Jameson at another point, and it was just really fun. I liked the puzzles, the mystery, the games, the secrets and lies and stuff, and there was a twist in this book. The girls are fighting. Anyways. This was just super fun. I rated it a 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. I loved being back in the world. And then the next book that I read, audio and physically, is All the Dangerous Things by Stacey Willingham. I'm so glad that I read this because I did really enjoy it. I gave it a 4 stars. It follows a mom and her child is taken from her in the night, and like she doesn't know, and then she wakes up and he's like missing, and it just follows that whole like aftermath of that. It's been a year and she's still trying to find out who did it and like where he is and whatnot. This was super well done. I really enjoyed it. I didn't guess a few things that happened, but it was super fun. Not like super predictable, which is great with thrillers. I don't like being able to guess everything. Would recommend reading that. The next book that I read literally in a day was The Maid by Nita Prose. This was really fun. I enjoyed being in the hotel like industry, following a maid and a murder. It was just very fun to be in. I also really liked the main character's point of view. I gave it a 3.5 stars. It was a little bit predictable in some aspects. I really enjoyed the very end. The end was really twisty, so I didn't expect that at all. I had a great time with this. It was super fast. It's less than 300 pages. I'm excited to read the next one. I think it's called The Guest. Anyways, I read this. It was fun. 3.5. I feel like I just keep looking worse throughout this video. Okay, the last book. The final book that I read this month is one that I am very proud of myself for because I started it in January. It is The Serpent and Wings of Night, which is so funny because I actually really did enjoy this book. I rated it a 4 stars. I genuinely had so much fun when I was actually reading it. I just like for some reason was not picking it up until like 3 or 4 days ago. I like binged the rest of it. I really enjoyed the whole vampire, human, the trials, all of that came with this. It was super fun. I'm excited to continue the series. Loved Carissa Broadbent's writing. I did find it to be a little bit repetitive, but like not in the repetitive annoying. Like if we subtracted 75 to 100 pages of this book, I feel like it could have been a lot better. Trials were fun though. I enjoyed the ending. The end caught me off guard. I was not expecting that. And that is the completed February wrap-up. We went through a lot of books today. I read 12 books in the month of February, which is so nice to say. Lots of audiobooks, lots of ebooks, and I had a great time. So I'm looking forward to what March has in store. I am going to end off this video here. I'm so glad that you all clicked on, and I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next one.